What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the breakdown. Now, this one made me feel old, man. Russell Westbrook announced his retirement, and he's just one of those players where I can honestly say I watched the whole career happen in front of my eyes. Young Russ next to KD, the finals run, MVP Russ, the triple double years, the later career, the criticism, all of it. So this video is not me coming up here to trash Russ. This is a celebration. Then after, we could talk about where I rank him among all-time point guards because that list gets interesting. Y'all know how my lists get. These are my lists, nobody else's. But we gonna see. Now, Russ was not always the cleanest player. He was not always the most efficient. You know, we in a league where efficiency means everything now. But he wasn't the most efficient. But he was always must watch. Early Russ looked like pure athletic chaos. Then OKC became real with KD and Harden, and they got all the way to the finals. Then when KD left, Russ gave us one of the craziest MVP seasons ever. Even later, when the situation changed and the criticism got louder, the one thing that never changed was the motor. He played like every possession was personal and like it was his last possession. And I can always respect that. When people talk about Russell Westbrook, they act like this resume is not insane. He's an MVP from the point guard position, 9-time All Star, 2-time scoring champion, 3-time assist leader, NBA top 75 player, and an all time leader in triple doubles with 209. You don't accidentally get 209 triple doubles. You don't trip and fall into that kind of career. You can criticize the style, but the resume is loud. That's the part that gets lost when people only focus on the flaws. This is where I come to Russell Westbrook's defense, like aggressively. People was trying to say his rebounds were gifted to him, uncontested, whatever you want to call it. Man, stop it. Did OKC understand that getting the ball into Russ' hands early helped them run? Yes, but you still have to go get the ball. You still have to play with that kind of force. You still have to push the pace, create for teammates, and keep doing it every night. If averaging a triple double was easy, everybody would have done it. Russ made something historic look normal, and then people used that against him, and that's just not fair. What made Russ different was not just the stats, it was the way he played. He attacked the rim like a running back. He could turn a rebound into a fast break before the defense even knew what happened. He played with anger, he played with pride. He had that dog in him, and that's more than I can say about a lot of players in this league right now or coming to the league right now. He had that dog in him. This is why I say he was like Jason Kidd on steroids offensively. Not the same player, but the idea of rebounding, passing, pace, and pushing the whole game forward. Just with way more scoring force and athletic violence. When I compare Russ to other players, I'm not saying they are identical. Russ was his own thing, but if I try to explain him historically, Jason Kidd on steroids makes sense to me because of the rebounding, passing, pace, and transition pressure. Bless you, son. But Russ brought way more scoring volume and explosion. The Derrick Rose comparison is more about athletic force. Like if D Rose's body held up and he got to stack a full resume, maybe we talk about him in a similar athletic point guard conversation. But again, Russ is Russ. Now I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Russell Westbrook was perfect. But nobody is perfect. The efficiency was up and down. The shot selection could be crazy at times. The turnovers late could drive you insane. Later in his career, his fit became harder because if Russ wasn't controlling the ball, the weaknesses became louder. And yes, he did not win a championship. Those are real criticism, but here's my issue. Some people talk about the flaws like they erase the greatness, and they don't. You can be flawed and still be historically great. And Russell Westbrook was amazing. You okay, son? Now, before I give my list, let me explain how I rank them, man. Sorry, son got lonely. So he wanted me to pick him up. I'm using resume, winning, peak, impact, and my own eye test. I do respect the past, but when I get my list, I lean towards guys I actually seen play. So somebody else might have Stockton higher, somebody else might have Oscar higher. That's fine. This is my list. not the Constitution. The point is that everybody has to agree that Russ belongs in the all-time point guard conversation for real. So here's my list. Stephen Curry and Magic Johnson is 1 and 2. I think that's fair, no matter how you put them. And then Isiah Thomas at 3. I'm not going to let the Michael Jordan hate erase what Isiah Thomas did. That is a small point guard who won, 2 championships. He repeated in that era with Bird, Magic, Michael Jordan, and all that. So that should be your top 3 locked in, man. Curry, Magic, Isiah Thomas. Then after that, it gets interesting. I'm putting Russell Westbrook at 4. I mean, he's just so accomplished. The only thing he don't have is a championship, but at the end of the day, a championship is a team effort, and I don't think point guards be the driving force for a championship, so you can't really at times put the blame on them for not having a championship. Then I'm gonna go Oscar Robertson. You gotta respect him and his accomplishments, his triple doubles. I think he won. Then you got Jason Kidd for me. I like Jason Kidd. I like what he did at the point guard position. I'm gonna go Rajon Rondo. I seen him play. He was just an amazing playmaker. He was just so smart. I love Rondo IQ. Then I'm gonna throw Chris Paul on there, man. I liked his IQ. I liked his defense. I like his handle. And he could score. He could create. CP3, good point guard. I guess I'm gonna put John Stockton in there by default. I'm not really impressed with John Stockton, but I guess he has to be in there by default, man. And then I'm gonna go at the end of my list, Kyrie Irving. I know y'all ain't gonna mess with Kyrie Irving, but Kyrie, I feel like changed the game with his handles, like Steph did with the 3. Don't kill me, but Kyrie can handle that ball differently like no other, and he can finish at the rim. So Kyrie, to me, is the most skilled on this list. I know y'all hate hearing that word, but he's the most skilled. He got the most handles. He finished the best, and he shoot just as good as anybody on this list. I mean, how many 40, 50, 90 seasons does he have or close to it? I think Kyrie has a lot of playoff success, too. I mean, check his playoff record and his win percentage. I mean, it's there. And he got a ring, so yeah, Kyrie gonna be on my list of top 10 point guards. I know people gonna try to argue Rondo, but you just had to be there. He changed the game with that little behind the back fake. He had us trying to do that, and we was traveling trying to do that. Rondo, you gotta put him up there. People gonna argue CP3, but he was just too good, man. CP3, he's an all-time point guard for real. His teams, I think in the playoffs, got injured at the wrong time, but CP3, yeah, he was cool. Stockton, like I said, he got to be up there by default, I guess. I ain't really impressed by John Stockton, but he was cool. Gotta respect Russell Westbrook, man. Historic peak, all-time production. So I value that. So, this is my top 10 point guards list right now, man. What y'all think? Give me y'all list. My final thoughts is you did not have to love Russell Westbrook's game. You did not have to think every triple-double was perfect basketball. You can criticize his efficiency, his turnovers, the playoff flaws, and all of that. But if you watch Prime Russ and came away unimpressed, I don't know what you was watching. He played with a level of force and passion that made basketball fun. And now that his career is done, I hope people appreciate the totality of it. So now I want to hear from you. And from y'all, where do y'all rank Russell Westbrook all time among point guards? Is he top 5? Is he closer to 10? Am I too high on him? Drop the list in the comments, like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next breakdown video, man.